Hello there, Kyle Katarn here,
I'm the Bendu.
coming back for another reaction to The Bad
Bad
Batch, Season 3, Episode 5. Shout out to Nerd Chronic for editing this reaction for us and sneaking it past the Disney blockade. This is kind of like the big moment that we've all been waiting for. Not just like Omega finally being reunited, but Crosshair coming back. And like we're finally going to get, they saw each other, they acknowledged each other, but we're going to get the words now. They were very careful not to let us know which way it's going to go ahead of time. It could be a fight. It could be like Wrecker could hug him, like you were saying.
Well, you said Wrecker
I think that's
could
what's going
hug
to
him.
happen.
I said that there's some sort of harsh words that are going to be said for sure, or at least some sort of there. I mean, that has to be some sort of acknowledgement. But like looking at the thumbnail for episode 5, like they definitely have nothing that's Crosshair related, but I mean, we get to see our good boy Echo.
Oh, yeah, there he is in the thumbnail. Nice.
Yeah, so episode 5, titled The Return.
Tensions rise as our heroes navigate new dynamics on a dangerous mission.
Yeah.
That describes 85% of the episodes in this series.
Because it's like the last time. So the last time we got Crosshair as a reunion, it was very much right after, or like a few moments right before the base Delta Zero on Camino.
On Camino,
so, like,
chilling.
They were on that little floating barge thing, and then the rest of the batch got to fly off in the Marauder, and then fucking Crosshair was like, "No, I'm gonna sit here and wait for the Empire to pick me up, because like I have faith in them." Sort of thing, and then Homeboy
made me think of Agent Callus in The Honorable Ones, the way he like left.
Yeah.
He like waited for the Empire to pick him up instead of going with the Ghost Crew.
So either A, it could be a repeat of that, of like, look, I don't deserve to be with your group. I don't deserve to be a part of you because of all the bullshit I've done before.
I mean, I feel like that broke his spirit at Tantus, man.
Yeah.
Like,
well,
he didn't want to leave with Omega. She kind of forced him to escape with her.
So I mean, not even necessarily Tantus, but like I think what really hit him the hardest was losing Mayday, and just seeing
that was the final straw.
Yeah, the continuation of the I don't know, just the deterioration that like the common Empire and the common people care for clones, like because they're literally viewed as less than people now because they're not an individual, or they're not viewed as an individual because they're just copies of an individual,
right.
But they're still like have their own personalities. So
absolutely, that was like the whole point the Clone Wars was trying to make, and the galaxy sees that. I think that it's not going to be like last time. There's no way that Crosshair is going to ever go back to the Empire. Like he's done with that.
No,
my question is he just like
he could split off though? Is what I'm saying. He could just like not stay
and not want to be part of the group anymore. Yeah, that's possible. Like one of the things that I could see him doing is just being done with all of it. He's had enough killing, enough war, enough fighting. The Empire's not worth fighting for. Like he could just like go retire somewhere. But I also don't see Crosshair ever being able to handle that, like the quiet of that kind of life. I feel like he has to be put to use, and so he's gonna. Like, he's got a lot of things to take revenge on the Empire for now, So that kind of gives him, like, a really powerful motivation to join back up with the Batch and, like, with the things that he's experienced. Like, with Mayday, that was kind of like the straw that broke the camel's back, But it's been building to that for a while. Like, honestly, man, it's such good character development. The way I feel about Crosshair, like, considering, like, the things that he's done and where he started. Like, that's brilliant writing. That they've been able to, like, bring him to this point and... the audience, he never really lost the audience at any point, They found ways to make him a sympathetic character, even though when he was making the wrong choice.
That's true, but not to mention or forget like some of the amazing mirror trick shots that he was able to do, and essentially just like in Wanted, be able to curve blaster bolts around.
Oh, he's an absolute badass. Crosshair's an absolute badass. Droids.
Like some of the
dude, I love his trick shots. Honestly, they're fantastic. I'm just talking about him like from a moral, ethical standpoint as a character. With his alignment, like that journey has been crazy.
But literally,
very impressive. The fact that the audience was able to stay on side.
The past episode of how when him and Omega were trying to break out, and he's just like, you're wasting my skills right now. Like we're trying to do things your way and the easiest way, and it's not like really working out. So,
God, I love that so much. When the captain finally, like, the jig was up, and she was like, all right, Let's try things your way. And he was like, yes!
Like, come on.
I've been waiting to kill these people all episode.
Here I go murdering. Yeah, no. Great.
Well, without further ado, it's time for episode 5. Are you ready, best friend?
I am.
Do it!
Oh, Lula.
Bet that's nice, sleeping in our own little space for the first time in months.
Her own stuffy.
I mean, this is the only place she's called home besides Camino.
Oh, she's wearing a necklace. Oh, I guess she's always kind of worn a necklace.
Are they drinking calf? Oh, we're back on Pabu.
Damn.
And now that I've watched Legend of Korra, I can appreciate the name even more.
Greetings, Omega.
Oh my god, Crosshair, why are you shooting him?
That's hilarious. Because he's got to try to get rid of the twitch.
That's true, he's trying to compensate for the hand. It's training. Oh, Batcher. You just introduced a really invasive species to this planet. He's gonna fuck up the ecosystem.
I'm training.
Oh, Ozzy.
Being a sniper is more than just looking through a scope. It's about patience. And knowing when you've got eyes on you. They don't trust me.
Give it time,
Of course not.
but you will have to talk to them.
Not sure it was a good idea to give Crosshair
Bro,
back
the
his
fucking
rifle.
gnarly ass burn
I'll
on
make
the
it
side of his
tough,
head from the fucking thermal exhaust.
It's Echo!
Yes!
Oh shit, so it actually is Echo. Goddamn.
What? Now hug for me.
Depends how good your intel is.
Why is Echo so goddamn pale?
For the answer to that, watch Clone Wars Season 7.
I know, right? That's fair. He's like been super mechanized.
Most were held in the detention wing, but I never saw what was in the vault.
That's right, and
Yeah,
Crosshair's
wasn't
super
allowed.
not interested in going back to save the rest of the people on Tantus. But Omega's not gonna drop it.
We need to know all we can before making any moves.
We have Nalisay's data pad, but it isn't working anymore.
It could have schematics, entry points, maybe even the coordinates of the base itself.
Yeah, I mean, it could have everything on there. Nalase was pretty high up in the organization, even though she was a prisoner, you know?
I know a facility. Remote. Understaffed. It shouldn't be a problem to infiltrate.
Oh, he's talking about the place where Mayday died.
We're finally together and you want to split us up?
We just got you back.
Yeah, we escaped. But
I mean,
left
that's a
all
good
those
point
clones
because
behind.
now everyone's looking doubly as hard
I
for
need to
her.
do this, Hunter.
I mean, I feel like the only way to guarantee she doesn't get captured again is to keep her by his side.
You think I should stay behind too?
You're capable, but you are still a kid.
I'm older than you are.
That's true.
Little brother.
It's so easy to forget that.
Here.
I hold on.
Why wouldn't it not
Yes.
fit?
It never felt right to get rid of it.
And it's still gonna look just like the Season 1 stuff because he never painted his.
Why would his arm, if anything, it should fit better?
Wrecker was just feeling awkward and needed to make more conversation.
Fair.
On approach. Reading minimal life signs, if any.
I like your shit, Echo.
One thing Bad Batch does really well that feels really original trilogy is how dark all the cockpits are, you know?
Oh god, that snow skating.
In the prequels, the interiors of ships are all really well lit. And in the OT, it's like everything is really dark inside. This feels more like that. I like that they're taking Batcher with them. He's just the family dog now.
Hey, it does fit.
Yes! Amazing.
Betcha!
What's he got?
What is it?
The sensors are giving off a high-frequency tone. She must be reacting to it.
Perimeter detection against local raiders.
You didn't think to warn us about these raiders before?
Now, they were all dealt with. If you're scared, why don't you wait on the ship?
Hey, kill each other later. We're here for a reason.
I said talk to him, not argue with him.
He started it.
It's true. Hunter fucking started it.
Hunter's gonna be sulky like this for a while. They need to hash it out. Yeah, there you go, Batcher. Damn, he's good.
The power to this outpost has been nearly depleted by the sensor beacons.
Then we need to divert all power to this depot.
As soon as those sensor beacons turn off, you're gonna realize that it's not just raiders they're keeping out. There's some sort of beast out there.
Oh yeah.
Oh. There's Mayday's helmet. Hunter needed to see that. He needed to see that Crosshair still has his humanity. Empathize with him a little bit. Oh god, okay, the sensor beacons are down. What were they keeping out? Oh my god, this is just like Jurassic Park when they get the power back on. She's like, we're back in business! And then fucking dude's, like, severed arm falls down. I love that wide shot, by the way.
Maybe kept back like an avalanche or something.
Batcher's picking it up. Batcher can tell.
Oh, dude, maybe if it's something under the ice.
Start talking, Crosshair. What did you do to finally get on the Empire's bad side? You thought we'd take you back and not ask
Like the
questions. I don't think so. What happened, Crosshair?
I killed an Imperial officer. I did betray them after they betrayed me. I risked everything to send you that message. You ignored it. You let Omega be taken to Tantus. She went through what she did because you failed.
Damn.
I mean, I'm sure
He's
like,
not fully
there's-
wrong. I feel like there is some truth to that, but oh fuck no!
What is it, bro?
Jesus Christ!
What is that? Ice crate dragon?
It's Ice Hulud!
That's like an ice worm, bro. Dude, you're gonna lose the ship. Y'all are gonna lose the ship.
Whew!
I guess we know what the perimeter sensors are meant to keep out.
I'm saying.
Okay, so was giant, wasn't giant kaiju monster on the bingo sheet?
I think it was.
One of us needs to get over there and reset the grid manually.
I'll do it. We'll have to draw the creature beyond the sensors before they reboot, or we'll be trapped inside the perimeter with that thing.
I'll handle it.
Not alone. We'll do it together. I'll spot you both from the tower. Then let's get to it before it tears.
Echo's like, it's really awkward in here. I've been away for a few weeks. I don't know what I missed. This reminds me of that Jedi Academy level where you gotta go to the crash shuttle and rescue people and there's like a sandworm.
If Batcher gets
Here he comes.
one, I find it very hilarious and appropriate that an Ice Worm episode comes out right after Doom 2 comes out.
Oh, fuck! Oh, shit. Was that just the ice breaking?
If the dog
That's
gets
true. If that creature's moving around a bunch under the surface, then the ice is going to be like really shallow. Terrifying.
Can you get outside the perimeter from down there? I'll follow the tunnel north and find out. We'll track you from up here.
don't you have like a fucking grapple hook?
I love that he's working with Batcher now. Like, we'll track you. Come on. Ooh! Worm.
Good. Now prime the breaker.
Oh my god, this... What was I just talking about? This is just like Jurassic Park.
As soon as they did the pump multiple times, I was like,
Man, that's so creepy. That's such a creepy visual, being in that ice cave. The tunnel formed by a giant monster that could come back at any moment, you know?
What next, kid?
Cycle the navigator. They should be to the right of the main breaker.
I mean, I guess in theory all fuse boxes are the same, right?
Boom! Powers up.
Nice.
Hunter, should I activate the beacon?
Wait, we have to make sure the worm is past the perimeter. Not yet. Where's the worm? I can't find it.
Oh my god, what if it's coming for Echo? Because he's stationary right now. No, it's in the tunnels. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit!
Bro, that's terrifying looking.
Yeah, the tunnels were creepy enough before. God, the way it's like spiraling as it goes
is,
forward
dude.
too.
It's like the tunnel cleaner in the labyrinth.
Kind of reminds me of the big snake from Beetlejuice too. The way it dives in and out of the ground. Nice. Those are some powerful sensors.
It's just putting off super, super high-pitched sounds and pissing it off.
Thatcher's like, yeah, that's right, you stay away.
Right?
You guys are still brothers.
I mean, ultimately, Crosshair probably just doesn't have the communication skills to really
He's never been great with people.
express what he's feeling or gone through because he just doesn't know how.
See? They always work.
Here's your
out.
hug.
And I don't even see any blood this time. That's progress.
Progress. Hashtag progress.
I wish I could have done more to help them.
You did all you could, kid. And you did exactly what you're supposed to do. You got out of there.
Yeah, Omega, you really are the best of them, if you think about it.
Hunter, I thought I knew what I was getting into with the Empire. I thought I was being a good soldier.
Nobody really understood what was happening back then.
I've done things.
All we can do is
Keep trying to be better.
and who knows? There just might be hope for us yet.
Beautiful.
That is fucking gorgeous.
He was so close to giving up hope
Listen,
completely.
and
He
then
really
with
was
that-
convinced
with
that
that
he was beyond
string-
saving, but he's not. Redemption is possible, even for Crosshair.
With the
Especially for
string
Crosshair.
instrument ending, it's like very Game of Thrones.
Leaving it on yet another just beautiful wide shot. Man, this show is gorgeous. Like, in terms of the art direction, like they've mastered it. You know, Clone Wars established it. The season 7 really polished it. Rebels took it in a new direction, and now the Bad Batch, they're like doing a victory lap in terms of the visuals. Like they know how good it looks. You know, this and Tales of the Jedi, top notch. Man, it's complicated. I for one am happy to welcome Crosshair back into the group, and yes, he has done bad things, but like that's one of the central messages of Star Wars is that people deserve redemption. You know, forgiveness is more powerful when it comes to people who don't necessarily deserve it in the first place. You know.
That's true, I suppose. And then there's the other characters, right, that very much embrace the gray area and very much embrace like the story of who and what their characters
Yeah.
represent, like Palpatine. Purely just purely sinister. Absolutely
The least shades of
Just,
gray of anyone.
like-
yeah.
like the most scheming, like cackling like I don't know, Shakespearean villain, but then also
Mustache twirling.
yeah,
as
but
all
then,
hell.
but then there's also like Lord Maul, out of all people, who also no redemption,
Super dynamic.
no redemption whatsoever, but like he still dies.
There's no redemption from Maul, but there's compassion from Maul. You know, we understand Maul by the time Maul's gone. Like, we feel sympathy for him.
I guess so. So I guess in a
That's
way,
his development.
through his dickishness and through like I don't know, it is interesting how like you are able to find sympathetic qualities about a character, but still knowing that like I love Maul as a character. He's fucking phenomenal, and
He's fantastic. I'm just saying that if you are to
he's
believe
such an
that Twin
inspiration.
Sons stuck the landing,
yeah,
writing
like he's such an
wise, then you
inspiration.
feel bad for
but
Maul
at
at
the
the
same
end.
time,
You know?
yeah, right. But at the same time, it's like if you were to meet someone with Maul's personality type, like in real life, they'd very much be like a drug addict or someone who has very much like obsessive compulsive disorder or something where.
Yeah, he'd be in prison. He'd probably be in prison. He'd probably be in prison.
Yeah, like there's a heavy level of sociopathic tendencies with Maul, but like he embraces that though, and like that's kind of his thing. But that's also his downfall. He's very much the like I'm here for a good time, not a long time sort of character.
Right.
Type. And then you got Hondo Anaka, who's just like,
all the
I'm a fucking pirate. Like, let's fucking go. You know, who's just like, what is being good? Hey, it's a point of view. Like, you know, it's
right. It's all about getting rich. It was really, really cool to get to see everyone back together again, except Tech. But I still don't think he's dead.
Well,
we're not even going to touch on that now because that's a discussion for the next episode, I'm sure, when we're going to get more of an inkling about that. But like Echo's back, Crosshair, Wrecker, Omega, Hunter. Like, seeing them all reunited like this is awesome. And getting to see Crosshair wear his Season 1 Bad Batch armor was badass. I really liked that. Do you think he's going to customize it, or do you think he's going to leave it exactly as it is? And that's kind of in his character to just, like, leave it pristine, you know?
I'm sure it's within his character to, like, leave it pristine, but, I mean, it could be a situation where, like, with Phoenix Squadron, like, Sabine took liberties and just painted shit at... She was definitely the child that just painted on the walls and everyone just accepted it because it was good art.
I like to think that Sabine Wren eventually got like a level of reputation where people couldn't say no to her.
Oh, yeah.
And not everyone was down with having their shit tagged all over, but they're like, she's, you know, she's one of those hot shots from Phoenix Squadron. We can't really say no to her. She's got a Jedi in her squad, you know?
But, like, and then lo and behold, she ends up being a Force wielder herself. But I could see something of a situation.
Who knew?
Like, he might not view himself having the imagination to customize his armor, so he might give like pieces of it to Omega, and then like Omega can like, do her fucking thing.
You know, I feel like they might use his armor as a way of showing that he's fully come around. Like they're gonna have him like step out in his armor, and it's gonna be all colored differently, and they're gonna be like, "Wow, he's embracing his own personality." Like they might go that route with it, but I kind of like that it's a way of setting him apart, as showing that he's not fully part of the group. Like, he still has his own stuff that's reserved. And that's why his armor is different than the rest of theirs now, you know? Like, I kind of like that it's visually represented when you look at them as a group. The Crosshair's a little bit different, you know? Because he is.
If anything, him and Echo now match the most. Because they're both wearing the black and the red. Or the gray scale and red.
He's got a white color scheme no matter what, because that man has no pigment whatsoever.
Poor dude.
He's got nothing.
Yeah, any color would just make him look more sickly, regardless of what it is. But you know what? He's alive.
I liked getting the shout out to Mayday.
Still alive, yeah.
You know,
he hasn't
getting to see his helmet one more time. That was a touching moment, and I think it was important for Rex to see that because it shows that Crosshair isn't just like this mindless, heartless killer working for the Empire. Like, he really cared about the clones, and the one common ground that they all still have after everything is that they care about their fellow clones. Mm-hmm. Even though Crosshair was being a dick to them, he doesn't want to see them get murdered and discarded as useless by the Empire. Like, you know, how could he not take that personally? The same way they all take it personally. I think once I keep saying Wrecker, once Hunter saw that and recognized that in Crosshair, I think that was kind of the beginning of building the bridge and realizing that, like, you know, he's not evil. He's misguided and he made mistakes. Yeah. And the fact that he said as much is huge. Like, yeah, this is the beginning of a new Crosshair. What do you think the bird meant? He kept seeing the bird.
I mean,
when he first stepped off the shuttle and it was circling, my first thought was like a vulture.
But it didn't. Like it wasn't a vulture type bird at all. It was very much like
it wasn't. Just the way it circled in the sky, I thought, could it represent like his impending death? And he's seeing a vulture, and so he's thinking about his death, you know. But it wasn't a vulture bird.
It was like a falcon.
It definitely means something.
It was like a frozen eagle looking thing.
Yeah, it was kind of like a blue phoenix looking thing, actually. Like the way it had like that weird head shape and everything.
So I'm sure it's just a metaphor for, you know, his own, like, his next chapter, his own rebirth, as it were. Like, he now...
No, definitely. It's a metaphor for something. I'm just trying to figure out what it could mean.
Well, I mean, just the new part of his life just happening. Because also being
Yep,
oh,
a rebirth.
You know what that could
It
be?
absolutely is a rebirth
No.
for
I
him.
take it back. Because the only time we see it also is when we're on the ice planet where Mayday died, right? Obviously. So it could just be like a representation of Mayday's spirit, just like washing over the base, or like, you know, acknowledging like, oh hey bitch, you came back to our planet. You know, look at
Yeah,
you.
I really like that. You know what? I think that's it. That's totally it. I
Now
really
that
like that. It's
all the
Mayday.
clones are embraced. The
looking
bird was
down on
able
him.
to fly off into the sunset, and that was Mayday.
Yeah. No, I like that. Whether or not that's true, that's my headcanon now. Appreciate that. No, that's good. I like that a lot. Yeah, this is a fantastic episode, man. I'm going to be sad when this show is over. And this is one of those shows that I was like, who is this for? You know, who cares about the Bad Batch? They were just those guys from Clone Wars unfinished arcs, and now it's like one of my favorite animated shows. Like, the storytelling is fantastic. It's very dark. They're going to these places that I really didn't expect them to go. The animation, like, I can't stop gushing about the animation. Every single episode, I'm like,
how many episodes
blown away.
do we have?
Oh, this was episode 5. How many are left?
That's what I was trying to figure out. We either have like 9 or 10 left, I think, right? So we either had 16.
Wow, if that's...
We either have 16 episodes this season, or there's 12 episodes this season.
Yeah, no, this is going to be a real treat. I can't wait to finish this season.
But moral of that story is that we thankfully have a good chunk of cake and a lot of time to like be able to really enjoy the story for what it is. And there's still a lot of holes.
I think
where
so.
the fuck is Rex? Where the fuck is Cody? You know, is like...
Yeah. Well, Rex is off doing whatever Echo was doing, and it sounds like their current objective is to free the clones in Tantus. Like, they've been going around freeing clones in other areas and helping clones out, and now it's time for Tantus, because they've learned from Omega just how many clones are being imprisoned there.
The actual clone rebellion might even happen on Tantus, or even start.
I think that's what we're building to. I think we're building to a grand finale on Tantus, Hemlock going down, the clones being either rescued or dying in the attempt. Like, there's got to be a reason why there's so many clones in the prequels, and suddenly there's no clones anymore by the time of like the original trilogy. You know, we see a homeless clone here and there, like at the time of Kenobi and things like that. But like, I think the more I think about it, the darker the answer, the likely answer gets. You know, like a lot of clones are gonna die in this rebellion, and it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt to watch it, man. Oh, I don't know if I'm ready, but like you said, there's like 10 plus episodes out before the finale, so we have time to mentally like wrap our heads around the fact that we're going to see a whole lot of clone death before this thing is through, man. It's going to be rough.
Catch us on Tuesdays for our Dark Forces podcast, where we'll probably be going over this episode again.
Yeah, we'll be getting into that next week on the podcast. Tuesdays at 7 PST. We'll see you there. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed our reaction to The Bad Batch, Season 3, Episode 5. This reaction was edited by Nerd Chronic to comply with fair use. He chopped it down to 10 minutes in length, which means a lot of our good reactions didn't make the cut. If you want to check out the full-length, uncut version of this reaction, it's available on Patreon. There's a link in the description of the video to the Patreon page. Thanks again, and as always, may the Force be with you.